In October 2017, an object entered our solar system unexpectedly. It was neither a comet nor an asteroid. It accelerated without engines, changed direction without releasing gas, and then exited our solar system. Astronomers named it Oumuamua, which means a messenger from afar. Notably, no natural object in recorded history has exhibited such behavior. It didn't rotate like a rock or emit gas like a comet. Instead, it moved as if it were directed. A leading astrophysicist from Harvard suggested that this could be alien technology, perhaps even a probe. By the time we detected it, it was already on its way out. We didn't exactly go on a mission or anything. Nope, we just kinda stood there and watched as it zoomed right past us faster than any spaceship we've ever made. So, here's the big question. What the heck was Oumuamua really? But more importantly, did we totally miss our first visitor from another star system? And maybe, just maybe, our first chance at contact? Welcome to They Are Watching Us. Let's dive into this mystery together. In October 2017, astronomers at the Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii detected something unlike anything ever observed in our solar system. A strange object was moving through space, not in an elliptical orbit like planets, comets, or asteroids, but on a hyperbolic trajectory, meaning it came from outside the solar system and would never return. It was traveling too fast to be bound by the sun's gravity. Scientists quickly realized they were witnessing humanity's first confirmed interstellar visitor. It was later named Oumuamua, meaning a messenger from afar in Hawaiian. From the moment it was discovered, Oumuamua defied expectations. It had no observable coma, the cloud of gas or dust that comets normally produce when heated by the sun. Yet its path through space changed, as if a force were gently pushing it, suggesting some form of acceleration. In astronomy, this is known as non-gravitational acceleration. This was the first major anomaly. Astronomers initially attempted to categorize Oumuamua as a comet, but comets shed gas and dust as they warm up. Oumuamua produced no tail. There was no visible outgassing, no glow, nothing detectable. If gas were escaping, modern telescopes should have seen it. They did not. This left scientists without a conventional explanation. Another mystery came from its shape. Calculations based on the way it reflected sunlight suggest that Oumuamua may have been extremely elongated, possibly cigar-shaped or even disc-shaped. Some models suggested it could be up to 10 times longer than it was wide. In our solar system, no naturally occurring object has ever been observed with such extreme proportions. As Oumuamua tumbled through space, its brightness varied dramatically, sometimes reflecting sunlight strongly, sometimes barely at all. This meant that Oumuamua was not rotating smoothly like an asteroid. Instead, it was tumbling chaotically, spinning on multiple axes at once, almost as if it had been disturbed or damaged before entering our solar system. So, get this, the color of this thing is pretty wild. It's got this reddish vibe, kind of like stuff you'd find in the Kuiper Belt, right? But here's the kicker, it's also super shiny, way more reflective than your average asteroid. Some scientists are thinking it might be made of metal, or maybe it's got this weird, smooth stuff on it. Astronomers observed that Oumuamua was not merely drifting, but was slightly accelerating as it moved away from the sun. Typically, this behavior is characteristic of comets, which gain speed as gases escape, providing a propulsive effect. However, no gases were detected in Oumuamua's case, making this detail one of the most significant scientific anomalies associated with it. In 2018, world-renowned Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb publicly suggested that Oumuamua might be artificial, possibly a probe or a fragment of an extraterrestrial technology such as a light sail. Unlike most scientists who dismissed unconventional ideas, Loeb argued that Oumuamua fit more criteria for a technological object than a natural one. His paper ignited an international debate. Loeb noted that Oumuamua's acceleration could align with the behavior of a thin, reflective object propelled by the sun's radiation pressure, similar to how a solar light sail operates. This theory does not rely on outgassing or visible gases. Instead, the sun itself pushes the object, akin to how wind propels a sail on a boat. Other scientists countered by proposing exotic natural explanations. One idea suggested that Oumuamua might be made of hydrogen or nitrogen ice materials that would sublimate without producing visible gas. However, these theories required highly specific and improbable conditions, and no object like that has ever been observed. Many data points about Oumuamua remained inconsistent with known natural phenomena, despite efforts to explain them. Its unusual shape, tumbling motion, reflectivity, and acceleration without visible outgassing all presented anomalies. While one anomaly could be overlooked, the combination of multiple anomalies suggested a distinct pattern. Oumuamua made its closest approach to the Sun, passing near its orbit before speeding past Earth at about 196,000 miles per hour. Its trajectory indicates it had been traveling for millions, possibly billions, of years before entering our solar system. Even scientists who rejected the extraterrestrial hypothesis admitted that Oumuamua was unlike anything previously recorded. The respected journal Nature Astronomy called it unique and mysterious. NASA publicly acknowledged that. Oumuamua appears unlike any known object in our solar system. The discovery revealed a new reality for astronomers. Our solar system is not isolated. Objects, and possibly technology, can move between stars. The universe is not empty. It is populated with travelers. Let's chat about the whole extraterrestrial hypothesis thing. So, it doesn't say for sure that aliens are out there, but it does open up the door to some cool possibilities. You know what I mean? Like if just one thing, like Oumuamua, turned out to be made by aliens, it would mean there's a civilization out there that can travel between stars. That's some next-level tech, way beyond what we've got. And who knows? They might have already reached out without us even noticing. How wild is that? The scientific community is still debating Oumuamua, and no single natural explanation has gained consensus. Each theory has its weaknesses, and the object's behavior is unprecedented. In science, unexplained data points are not dismissed. They mark the start of discovery. So, check it out. Oumuamua is actually the first interstellar visitor we've ever spotted. And that's pretty wild, right? Whether it's some natural phenomenon or something techie from another civilization, it really made us think about something big. We're not just sitting around watching our own solar system anymore. Nope, we're out here checking out the whole galaxy. How cool is that? In UFO and disclosure communities, Oumuamua is often regarded as a turning point. Before 2017, claims of possible extraterrestrial technology were dismissed instantly. After Oumuamua, that door cracked open. The world's most prestigious universities, observatories, and scientific journals took an object seriously that could not be explained. This created a seismic shift. Extraterrestrial technology was no longer taboo. Pop culture embraced Oumuamua instantly. It inspired documentaries, novels, high-profile interviews, and feature films in development. Major news outlets, CNN, BBC, The New York Times, ran stories with headlines that openly discussed the possibility of alien origin. The term interstellar object entered the mainstream. So, here's the deal. This little space rock made us all sit up and think. It's kinda wild to consider that maybe there's someone or something out there checking us out in the universe. If Oumuamua was just a natural thing, then nature's throwing us some curveballs with stuff we've never even laid eyes on before. But if it turns out it was made by someone, well, then we totally had a visitor. And we kinda blew our shot at saying what's up. Crazy, right? In the end, Oumuamua entered our solar system without warning and left just as quickly. leaving behind more questions than answers. It accelerated without engines, showed no signs of gas or debris, reflected sunlight like polished metal, and behaved unlike any comet, asteroid, or natural fragment ever recorded. Scientists tried to force it into familiar categories, but the data resisted every explanation. Oumuamua did not ask for our approval. It simply arrived, observed, and departed as if following a course determined long before humans even existed. Maybe this wasn't just a rock passing by. Maybe this was a reminder, a message, a proof of concept that our world is not isolated, that we are part of something much bigger, a cosmic ecosystem filled with travelers, explorers, and watchers. Whether Oumuamua was a probe, a fragment of ancient technology, or a vessel that has crossed the void between stars, one thing is undeniable. We witnessed something that defied everything we know about physics and nature. And if this was our first visitor, then it will not be our last. Thank you again for tuning in to They Are Watching Us. We appreciate all of your support and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much, my friends. Stay safe and take care. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you're as into UFOs and all that cool disclosure stuff as I am, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment below. It really helps me keep the good content coming your way on this super fascinating topic. Seriously, I appreciate it so much. Catch you later.